intensity on the floor. I mean, you know, McKinley, you got to give them credit. This is their 4th game in 2 days or whatever it was.
So for a second year in a row, make that 7.
Not only did he have the toughest defensive assignment of the night, guarding, you know, basically a college-level player on the other team, he outscored everybody else in that game. It's a performance I know I'll always remember, and I hope it's a performance that he'll always remember as well. That he really does the most for us. I mean, night in and night out, he has the toughest assignment. Our guys are thankful and comfortable when they hear that he's guarding their best player. The things that he's learned on this basketball team and in this basketball program are going to service him well.
And Ryan Bisio in Arcata, all new coaches in the Big Five. For Bisio, it's homecoming after spending 5 years coaching overseas.
It's been a trip just being on the North Coast again and you know, being part of the community. I've always been kind of a transplant when I've come back and just to see my family, but now being part of the community, it's really cool. It's really cool to be back here.
For the St. Bernard's grad, the biggest adjustment has been time.
You know, over there, the season's 10 months, you know, so you're developing guys all year round. We have a really tough opponent with St. Mary's, but I mean, I think we're ready for the challenge. I think we want to go in there. We want to keep this family alive that we got going right now, and with our backs against the wall, that's usually when we respond. This is a tournament when I was a player that I wish we were in. You know, I always wanted to be in this tournament. Never worked out that way. Never really got a chance to see it until I, you know, became a coach and started coaching in this tournament. And it's really special. Coach Schmidt, one of the previous coaches here, played for Jerry Paul. Coach Schmidt was my coach when I was in 8th grade, and I remember hearing stories from back in the day about how special of a coach Jerry Paul was. Such a rich basketball history. Humboldt State's up here. You know, Arcata High has a rich history, and this tournament is a big part of why.
More News Channel 3. Thanks, Manny. We're out here at Arcata High for a doubleheader. Girls at 6:30, then the boys will follow up. Right now, we're joined by the boys' head coach, Ryan Bisio. Ryan, thanks for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, you guys, both teams won the Nikolai. How long did you get to enjoy your back-to-back?
About 15, 16 hours, something like that. We all, you know, we watched the selection show together and, you know, saw our seed. We're very happy with it, but also realistic about that from that moment forward, it's time to go to work and continue to improve.
And now you go to work against a Kelseyville team that's struggled the last 2 games. They're 0-2. What are you expecting from them tonight?
Well, I expect them to play well. You know, they have a couple players who can really play. We've been watching a little bit of film on them, and I think our kids understand that we have to come to compete tonight, and nothing is going to be handed to us. We have to earn it.
And something I noticed about your team is when you guys start fast, you're really hard to keep up with. Why is it important for your team in particular to start from the very first whistle?
I think it shows that they're mentally ready to play. I think we get off to a hot start when we're really ready to compete, and that's what we want to see from our team every night.
And you mentioned there's a couple guys on Kelseyville that are averaging in the double figures. What's your plan of attack against them tonight?
Well, we're going to have to try to eliminate the 3, really chase guys off the line, and, you know, the key these last couple weeks have been rebounding the ball well. Hopefully we can do that again tonight.
All right, good luck. They're going to follow up the girls just momentarily. Ryan, thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Obviously, we don't have much on them. It's a little bit of film. You know, we know that's a very guard-dominated league. There's some really good guards in that league. So, you know, we suspect there's going to be some big-time guard play tomorrow night. We have to be able to keep adapting. We've been adapting from game to game for the last few weeks now and tailoring our play towards our opponent and their strength, trying to take away what they want to do. And in Salesian's case, they want to get up and down and they want to score in transition. So tomorrow night, it's very important that we get back. It's 2 kind of towns that are similar. We're kind of like a sister city to Santa Cruz in a way. I don't think the schools have ever played. You know, they got a major Division I guard that we're going to have to deal with somehow and just try to find a way to make his touches uncomfortable. I like the matchup. I think if we play well, we're going to be right there at the end with a chance to win it. Having a leader on your team is absolutely essential. Having Nathan Heydrich on your team is a blessing. He has a big bag full of intangibles that you can't really coach. Either you're born with those things in your personality or you're not.
Number 20,
the point guard position for me can be difficult because I really watch that position under a microscope. But our connectivity, you know, even in our biggest moments, Nate and I really didn't have anything to discuss because we both knew that we were always on the same page.